Hey, welcome back to the show. Many thanks for staying with us. Well, let's still stay on health because health experts say the use of non-prescribed anti-malarial drugs can lead to treatment failure and development of drug-resistant parasites. But many people will still take malaria treatment without prescription. Babatunde has been taking the malaria treatment every 3 months without any test to prove whether or not he has parasite. As the world celebrates World Malaria Day, we'll take a look at the abuse of the malaria tablet. Here is a report by Patricia Roxin Hammond.
According to National Malaria Control Program, malaria remains a threat to more than 40% of the world's population, particularly pregnant women and children under 5 years of age. Meet Babatunde. He comes from Benin but lives in Ghana. He treats malaria every 3 months because he believes without the medication, he could contract the disease and eventually die. He has disciplined himself for the past 4 years in taking the malaria tablets.
Oh, I don't go to hospital. It's been now since 4 years now. I haven't been to any hospital for malaria, and it has been working for me since.
Baba does not believe he is abusing the medication because he gets the needed results anytime. Don't you think you're abusing the drug?
Oh no, he's a doctor who gave me the advice to take it every 3 months.
But that was 4 years ago.
Yeah, and I still, since this, I haven't stopped. I kept on doing it.
Unfortunately, he is not the only one. Many people claim they know how their bodies begin to feel when they have malaria.
So there was this time, I didn't know whether I had malaria or not. I went to the pharmacy and I told them I think I have malaria because I don't feel too well. It happened some time ago and I bought Lonat, this medicine, and I took it and I was fine. I didn't go to the hospital.
Did you feel better?
Yes, I felt better after taking it.
Without any test?
No test.
See, if I know that I'm getting malaria, I just go to the pharmacy straight ahead and get some medicine.
You should always check for malaria before treating it. That's according to Dr. Kofi Adomako with the National Malaria Control Program. He added that there are several diseases that mimic malaria and most people fall victim to that.
There are several diseases that can cause fever, headache, and joint pains, as you mentioned. On top of my head, I can mention about 40 diseases right now. For instance, you know what happened during the meningitis outbreak, I think about 2 or 3 years ago. At the initial stages, some people who had the meningitis were treated for malaria and they died. This is because the symptoms of meningitis are similar to the symptoms of malaria. If you think you have fever, if you feel feverish, you have headache, you have joint pains, try and get tested and let us confirm that you have malaria before you buy anti-malarials.
There are several types of malaria tablets in our market with lots of commercials on radio, TV and online. So getting the malaria drugs for treatment is not difficult at all. People just walk into pharmacies.
Ideally, we would want to, we know the symptoms, so we like to treat it symptomatically. Otherwise, we would give them some antibiotics, which is broad spectrum, like Sinat, for instance, or maybe other antibiotics which we feel would treat it well. If they should come back, sometimes we even collect their contacts. And if they are responding to treatment, we just let it go. If not, then we can recommend that they take it to hospital. But other times, too, we would give an anti-malaria and they say that they get better after the treatment.
That is if it's negative.
Even if it's negative.
Dr. Kofi Adomako has cautioned it is also wrong to take an anti-malaria treatment when the test is negative.
If they test and it is not malaria, if it's negative, they are supposed to rule out other causes of the fever. You know, sometimes you may have fever and you don't need any antibiotic or any anti-malarial to treat that fever. There are several diseases caused by viruses, and we term these diseases self-limiting viral infections. What happens is that the viruses get into you, your body is able to fight it. So sometimes all you need is to get a paracetamol, eat well, take a lot of fruits, drink a lot of water, and have enough rest.
World Malaria Day is celebrated every year on 25th April and recognizes global effort to control malaria. Ghana is implementing a malaria control program with a goal that generally aims at reducing death, with every household owning at least one treated net. Patricia Roxton Hammond, JoyNews, Accra.